Welcome to this explainer, where we decode the world's most fascinating mysteries by digging into the data and the sources. Today, we're zeroing in on a massive magnetic anomaly right in California, Mount Shasta. Now, this isn't just a majestic dormant volcano. Ask anyone who's ever set foot there, and they'll tell you straight up, the veil between worlds is incredibly thin. But instead of just stopping at those vague spiritual vibes, we're going to break down its hidden cosmic architecture using the incredibly precise lens of ancient Vedic astrology. So let's just dive right into this mystery.
Here's our roadmap for decoding the mountain today. We'll start with its planetary identity, move into the dominant star frequencies, unpack its multidimensional karmic archive, look at the modern anomalies people are reporting, break down the actual anatomy of a portal, and wrap up with the cosmic clocks, the activation transits.
Okay, Section 1, the planetary identity. Let's meet the cosmic architects. The absolute baseline for understanding Mount Shasta is looking at it as a planetary chakra. What does that actually mean? Basically, it's a major intersection point between the Earth's telluric lines and subtle magnetic fields. Think of it as a crucial junction box on the Earth's invisible energy grid. Grounding it like this takes those hazy feelings people get and turns them into a highly precise, systemic concept.
So how do the heavy hitters of Vedic astrology actually influence this specific spot? Well, Shasta is super unique because it's the ultimate convergence point for 4 macro energies. First up, we've got Ketu, which is all about portals, karmic regressions, and tapping into ancient memories. Then there's Rahu, the wild card, ruler of anomalies, unexplained phenomena, and basically opening the door to non-ordinary dimensions. Add Saturn to the mix, which presides over sacred mountains, isolation, and ancient civilizations. And finally, Jupiter, governing spiritual centers and the expansion of consciousness. The crazy part? Shasta is one of those incredibly rare places where Ketu, Saturn, and Jupiter all tangle together at the exact same time. This creates what the ancient texts call a full void, literally the perfect energetic condition for the veil between worlds to just disappear. Moving on to Section 2, the 3 dominant nakshatras. Let's look at the local star frequencies.
If we zoom in from those massive planets, we hit the specific star constellations, the nakshatras, that give Shasta its unique energetic fingerprint. First is Mula, governed by Ketu. This is the cosmic root, right? The destroyer of illusions. It completely explains why visitors often feel this intense stripping away of their personal identity to find their deepest roots. Second, we've got Ardra, linked to Rahu. Now this one brings profound inner storms and literally tears open energetic portals. If you've ever felt that penetrating, almost electric buzz on the mountain, that is Ardra at work. And third, Uttara, a solar nakshatra, all about spiritual victory and guarding ancient knowledge. This perfectly captures why Shasta has been seen for millennia as a master mountain, a place where you go for top-tier spiritual teachings.
All right, Section 3, a multidimensional karmic archive. We are stacking the timelines.
I want you to picture Mount Shasta not just as a rock, but as a colossal, multidimensional skyscraper. On one side, serving as the foundation, you have these ancient, stabilizing forces, Ketu and Saturn. They're holding on to the deep stuff, pre-Diluvian memories, sacred geometry, massive temporal layers. It's the mountain's immovable core. But then, on the other side, you've got the chaotic modern phenomena fired up by Rahu. We're talking weird sightings, sudden physical vibrations, off-the-charts electromagnetic anomalies. When you combine these, you get this unbelievable hotspot where the remote past, our physical present, and subtle energy planes aren't separated at all. They're stacked right on top of each other, exactly like floors in a building. Literally, when you walk on that mountain, you are stepping on multiple timelines at once. How wild is that?
Which brings us to Section 4, modern phenomenology and anomalies. Let's unveil the evidence. This is where the ancient Sanskrit texts suddenly meet very tangible, modern reality. The stuff people are actually experiencing up there lines up flawlessly with the Vedic astrological chart. It's honestly mind-blowing. Take Rahu's energy mixed with Ardra. People report intense electrical vibrations, sudden flashes of light, and the distinct feeling of a force field wrapping around their bodies. Then you look at Ketu combined with Mula. This triggers profound internal shifts. Visitors sense ancient presences, they slip into spontaneous past life regressions, or they drop into deep meditative states in seconds that would normally take years of practice to achieve. And Saturn? Saturn brings that heavy, magnetic silence. It's that eerie, yet somehow peaceful sense of solemnity, like you're being watched over by the mountain's unseen guardians. These aren't just abstract ideas. They are literally the source code for the physical phenomena being documented today. Let's keep moving. Section 5, Anatomy of a Portal, Unlocking the Mountain. Now, in Vedic astrology, you don't just get to call a place a portal just because it has good vibes and a great view. There's an actual mechanical checklist you have to pass. Step 1, Ketu has to dominate the local field to create the initial void. Step 2, Saturn must step in to stabilize that massive surge of energy so it doesn't just destroy everything. Step 3, Rahu physically pries open the dimensional threshold. And step 4, Jupiter amplifies the consciousness of whoever is entering, giving them the capacity to actually process what they're experiencing. And the data we've looked at, it shows Mount Shasta nailing all 4 of these indicators perfectly. It is quite literally a 4-phase unlocking mechanism, beautifully calibrated by nature. Because of that precise calibration, the Shasta portal takes on some truly colossal traits. For one, it's a vertical portal, meaning it actively pulls you upward into higher states of being and ascension. It's also radial, acting like a 360-degree amplifier for your consciousness, letting you perceive way beyond the normal visible spectrum. And crucially, it is memorial. It functions like a giant cosmic hard drive that grants access to deeply buried planetary memories. It's not just a doorway, it's a monumental, multidimensional crossroads. Okay, final section, section 6, Activation Transits, the Cosmic Clocks and Keys. Here's the thing you have to understand. The mountain isn't just constantly running at 100% supernatural power. It operates more like a machine tied to a very specific cosmic clock. So when Ketu transits through Sagittarius or Scorpio, bam, Shasta's dormant portals and ancient memories suddenly wake up. When Rahu moves through Taurus or Gemini, all those visible anomalies, the strange lights and electric discharges, they get massively amplified. Saturn in Capricorn or Aquarius, that stabilizes the whole magnetic grid, turning the entire mountain into a grounded, living teacher. But here is the real secret. Eclipses on the Sagittarius-Gemini axis, these are the absolute most powerful windows in time. They act as the ultimate switches that just blow the doors of perception completely open. It's literally cosmic mathematics playing out right about our heads. To wrap up everything we've decoded in this explainer, there's one incredibly powerful Vedic term we need to use: Kshetra. This defines a sacred territory where human consciousness expands, where linear time literally bends back on itself, and where multiple dimensions cross over without any barriers. So when you look at all this esoteric data, it's clear Mount Shasta isn't just a big pile of volcanic rock, snow, and old pine trees. It is a pulsating planetary node. It's an initiatory ground stabilized by Saturn's gravity, a wide-open gateway held apart by Rahu and Ketu, and a living, breathing archive of lost worlds. And honestly, all of this leads us to the only question that really matters. Now that we know the energy up there isn't just random, that it's the result of a flawless, multidimensional architecture hiding right in plain sight, are you ready to cross the threshold?